Hello, Singapore. Thank you, Craig. My friends in Tanjong Pagar GRC, my fellow Singaporeans, my name is Terence Soon. You can call me Terence, Terry, or if you can't remember my name, you can just call me Bro. If you're wondering what a young person is doing in front of your screen now, you're not alone. I ask myself 1,000 times also why I'm even here. Isn't politics a domain of people who are a lot older? Many of you do not know who I am, so please allow to give a very quick introduction of myself. I'm going to be 30 years old in a few days' time, and my occupation is that of an airline pilot with our national carrier Singapore Airlines. I'm very happy to say that I'm the proud father of a 2-month-old baby girl. As I held her in my arms, right, still bloody right after delivery, I knew that life will never be the same again. There is nothing I wouldn't do for this sweet little child, so small and vulnerable, yet capable, I hope, of great things in life. A number of people have approached me to tell me that I'm jeopardizing such a good career, that I might never be promoted after getting into politics. But let me make this clear. I love being a pilot, and that passion will never go away. It has been my dream since I was 4 or 5 years old. But going into politics is not a job, it's a calling. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Dr. Tanjong sacrificing almost everything for this beloved country. He has taught Singaporeans that when we believe in something, we must stand up for it. And I believe in this too, and my feelings are too strong for this that I must stand up for it also. As I said, there is nothing I wouldn't do for my baby daughter. And while I had so much apprehension at first prior to stepping up to this position, I know I must do it for her. I have to do my part for her generation and the generation that comes after. Singaporeans have long been calling for the young to step up into politics to give them the assurance that the future of Singapore is secure. And this is the same, be it for the PAP or any other alternative party, right? We are all loyal Singaporeans and we are doing it for the good of the country. Good people are everywhere, but to take this major leap to get into politics is never easy. Nobody wants to lose their personal and family privacy and be scolded by members of the public, regardless of how good you are. Nobody wants to have their lives placed under a very bright public spotlight where you are under scrutiny for everything you do and where people are just waiting to catch you make a mistake. But let him who has never made a mistake cast the first stone. This is why people think twice or thrice about stepping into politics, especially for young people. But the more I look around myself and ask, why is there no youth representation? Well, why is there no one of my generation who's willing to sacrifice to be here? And the more the voice inside my head says, right, if not you, then who? And if not now, then when? But we cannot be silent at this time. We are going through the hardest crisis that Singapore has experienced since World War II. And perhaps we have been placed here for such a time as this. It is impossible to work 16-hour days, 7 days a week, raise great kids, have a great marriage. But this is precisely what I must do when I get into politics, especially now during campaigning season. I'm so glad that during this campaigning period, my family, especially my wife, they have so willingly stepped up to support this cause that I believe in and translate their support into action by taking care of my daughter so I can focus on my duties as a candidate for MP right here in Tanjong Pagar GRC. So again, why am I doing this? Let me explain. A few years later, when my daughter is older, she'll ask me why the akong is cleaning the tables, why the ama is pushing a large trolley of cardboard. What can I say to her? How do I answer her? Right? That they're doing all these purely for exercise? And if I tell my child the reality of the situation here in Singapore, then will she then ask, Daddy, but why? In this case, when my daughter asks why, is it sufficient to just answer that, oh, Singapore is like this lah. The elderly sometimes do not have enough money. What then can I say if she again asks, but why? How do I explain this? In the past, many of us, we have grown up hearing that the road sweepers and cleaners do what they do because they didn't study hard. And if we don't study hard, we become like them. Where has all the empathy and compassion gone? Do we want to continue saying things like this? Or do we want to raise up our children up differently? I know I do. I want to be able to tell my child that daddy is going to make this society a better place, that we can, we will, and we must ensure that citizens have a proper living wage, such that they can live and retire with dignity, with enough savings to tide them through when they get old. We want to provide our people with a living wage, not just a minimum wage. This has to be done through increasing productivity in all sectors so that we can reduce, not eliminate, our entire reliance on foreign workers. Further automation in our sectors and upskilling of our people are essential to make this happen. This will allow us to have higher wages without passing costs to the end consumers because we now have less workers in the overall in the economy. I have to be a good example to my daughter. I want to tell her, Daddy wants to set an example of doing the things that I believe in and not just talking about it. Daddy wants to impart the values that we can not only work hard for ourselves and have a great career, but we can also have overflowing compassion from our hearts to take care of those who need help. And Daddy needs to show you that we are not defined by the term that society confers upon us. That my generation, the millennial generation, and the baby boomer generation, we are not so different after all. And same goes for whatever term they give to your generation in the future. We are not the strawberries of Singapore. We are the citizens of Singapore, the Singaporeans who fly our flag high and proud no matter where we go. My dear Singaporeans, I do not want to live through life, having retired next time, knowing that my pockets are full, but my soul is empty. I need you to stand with PSP to bring about change which our generation and future generations can be proud of. And this, my friends, is why I'm appearing in front of your screen today as a candidate for the Progress Singapore Party. We must do better by our citizens, by our children. Vote for PSP in Tanjong Pagar GRC. We care and we do. For country, for people. Thank you.